Hello everyone, and welcome to the first channel update of 2023. So with that said, of course, Happy New Year everyone. Hopefully it's treating you all well so far, especially with some of the fantastic releases we do have coming out this year. I'm actually very excited overall, as it seems like the C virus era of games is finally over. Now with that said, what is going on with history behind the Warrior in the year of 2023? What new games will be a part of it? And what can you expect from it going forward? Now of course, the main game that has been the center of the channel, at least for the last 15 months or so, has been God of War Ragnarok. Covering this game has been nothing short but an absolute pleasure, especially when I've been able to interview the devs, as well as feature in a few bits of their promotional material. It's been very humbling, and I must say, a big thank you to all of you for making all of that possible. With that said, we are in the aftermath of Ragnarok, meaning that any promotion or hype surrounding the game will slowly but surely begin to fade out. And of course, to no one's surprise, that means that my coverage of Ragnarok will be slowing down over the next few months. It won't be completely erased from the channel just yet, as I still feel like there are things I can talk about. But right now, with Santa Monica not giving us any news about DLC, or them even kind of humoring the idea, it's pretty hard to cover a game that's kind of finished and done. I can touch on some stuff on where we'll go next, as well as maybe do some more history of videos, but there aren't that many characters left to cover. In fact, the next episode will be on Gnar, and I'm still yet to decide what one I'll make after that. Maybe one on Surtur, we will see. But as you can quite tell, content for the game is shortly thinning out. So with that said, what new games will I be bringing to the channel? Well, they're not exactly going to be new games, as it looks like the renaissance of fighting games is finally returning, after we've not really had any big AAA releases in the last few years. Of course, everyone's eyes is currently on Street Fighter 6, because for the first time in a long while, we will canonically be moving forward, and 6 looks like everything Street Fighter 5 should have kind of pioneered to be. So yes, that means that Street Fighter content will be coming back to the channel. I know I made one video on it last year, but I did get swamped in the God of War hype, so it made kind of covering 6 very difficult. But now, with it officially having a release date, I will be touching on that. Plus, during that time, another fighting game just suddenly got revealed, which was Tekken 8. Tekken 8 will be covered on the channel with redone history of episodes. The same thing will be happening with Street Fighter, with the history of Ryu currently in the works, and ready to be released very soon. So history of Street Fighter episodes will be coming back to the channel first, and then Tekken will follow shortly after, at least once we get more news, as I know that Bandai Namco are still currently keeping their cards quite close to their chest with how much they want to say and how much they want to show. All that we know is that it's in the works, and for the first time in Tekken's history, we may just not get the arcade version and jump directly to consoles. So that's pretty exciting, especially for the channel, as I have most certainly missed talking about fighting games. And talking of fighting games, Mortal Kombat 12. Or what will probably be Netherrealm's next game, as nothing's currently confirmed. But to no one's surprise, Mortal Kombat content will be returning to the channel. Now, in what form is what I'm currently debating, because I don't want to redo a redone version of an older video. I'm actually very proud of the Mortal Kombat 11 era of history of videos. I think that they do stand up really well. But in also saying that, Netherrealm keeps seeming to want to retcon shit and make a lot of these videos very wrong. So I feel like there actually might be a reason for me to remake those videos. But I don't know, I'm currently on the fence about that, but if there is a demand for it, then it will most certainly happen. Plus, I'm quite sure I didn't get around to covering every single character. So yes, Mortal Kombat content will return back to the channel, and the first video on it, I would actually like to touch on what exactly is kind of going on with Netherrealm right now, the changing of the guard with its merger with Discovery, as well as how that may have actually affected their 2-year cycle, because things seem to be completely different, with new heads at the table. so I'm actually quite excited to touch on that. Now, there is one game that I would like to bring to the channel once we do get some official news about it, and that is Monolith's Wonder Woman game. For those of you who don't know, Monolith are the team behind the Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor series, a series of games that I thoroughly enjoy. And seeing as we're still kind of stuck in the theme of gods here on the channel, I think it would actually be quite fun to touch on the Wonder Woman Rogues Gallery, how it ties into the current era of her comic book line. But again, not much has really been said about the game. I need to see more about it before I ultimately determine to kind of bring it to the channel. Now, with the game side of things covered, I do want to talk about things behind the curtain and things that have been going on with the channel and behind the scenes but I don't actually talk about. Now, one of the current big issues with the channel, and it's actually why I'm slowly kind of fading God of War content out over the next few months, is monetization. Now, recently, in a lot of intros for the channel, I have been mentioning how YouTube has been bricking the channel. And what I mean by this is that a lot of my videos have been getting age restricted unfairly. And if I'm being entirely honest, it feels like someone behind YouTube does not like my content, sees it as an expression of violence opposed to that of education. For so, many of my videos have been crippled by YouTube's algorithm. Now, normally, I don't like to pull out false accusations unless I do feel like something is there. And I'm not gonna lie, it seems like kind of a coincidence. The second that God of War Ragnarok does release, my channel kind of gets softcore shadow banned, because my History of Kratos video gets age restricted, the Boulder video gets age restricted until I had that released, the first two videos of December both get age restricted, after I took a month break away from the channel, so that way I could throw myself out of the algorithm, to then throw myself back into the algorithm with the Fruit video. The History of Hercules video gets age restricted. Mind you, the Kratos, Boulder, and Hercules video have both been up for over a year, so needless to say that it has been extremely troublesome to put the channel in a place where 1, it's monetizable, 2, you guys can reach it, and 3, sustainable. Because please do remember, this is my job. I do this for a living. If YouTube essentially bullies my channel into a position where it can't advertise itself, then I simply cannot make content for it. I wish that wasn't the case, but it simply just is. So currently, I'm kind of debating on what I can do with the channel that works and allows a form of sustainability. I'm currently contemplating Patreon and just putting everything kind of behind a $1 wall, so that way anyone and everyone can watch it. Of course, there will be benefits, but again, this is just an idea. If you guys want to do it, I'll do it, but I do want some reception on your half. With that said, everyone, that has kind of been it for this channel update video. I do apologize if it has been a bit long, but from what you can tell, there has been a lot to cover with what's going on with the channel in the future, new games I will be bringing to it, what sort of content you can see, what has been going on behind the scenes and how you may be able to support it. I'll probably set up a poll on my page so that way you guys can vote. But anyway guys, that has been it for me. I hope you all have a fantastic 2023, and I'm very excited to see what is in store for the channel next. But for now everyone, as always, stay strong, stay well, and keep on fighting as the new year has finally begun. Take care everyone, I will see you all soon.